केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, as Prime Minister Narendra Modi becomes India's longest-serving democratically elected Prime Minister in uninterrupted tenure, his latest post quoting a Sanskrit verse on governance underlines his philosophy, a philosophy rooted in humility, duty, and public service. Prime Minister's post says public service is the greatest measure of good governance, a motto that is also the cornerstone of his political journey, a model of governance built on discipline, delivery, and people's trust. While addressing NDA leaders today, Prime Minister once again thanked the people for their trust in his leadership, and 12 years later, if he continues to be the most popular state leader of a country across the world, then that is a figure that needs to sink in.
मैं आज देश की महान जनता को भी नमन करता हूं। जनता जनार्दन का आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। देश के लोगों ने कांग्रेस के विश्वासघात के बाद अपना भरोसा हमें सौंपा था। आइए राजनीति की स्पर्धा से ऊपर उठकर विकास की स्पर्धा को राष्ट्रीय संस्कार बनाएं।
And for this tireless dedication, the Union Cabinet today gave the Prime Minister a standing ovation. Union Home Minister Amit Shah said, 12 years of Prime Minister Narendra Modi have been about restoring India's pride, cultural renaissance, and freeing the nation from the mentality of servitude. Others too joined in to highlight the legacy of Modi.
कांग्रेस के कार्यकाल में हमारी विरासत को एक तरीके से इग्नोर किया गया था। उस विरासत को, उस बहुत ही समृद्ध विरासत को माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने प्राथमिकता दी।
नेहरू जी जब प्रधानमंत्री बने थे, वो तो इलेक्टेड नहीं थे। उसको महात्मा गांधी जी के द्वारा सेलेक्ट करके, बैठ करके उसको प्रधानमंत्री नियुक्त किया। जनता ने इलेक्ट नहीं किया, चुना हुआ प्रधानमंत्री नहीं थे।
प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के कुशल नेतृत्व में भारत नई ऊंचाइयों को छुआ है। भारत का वर्चस्व पूरे विश्व में बढ़ रहा है।
कोई लोकतंत्र का हरण करके नहीं, जनता ने जनादेश दिया और सर्वाधिक दिनों तक आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी आजाद हिंदुस्तान के प्रधानमंत्री बने हैं।
The comparison with Jawaharlal Nehru obviously hasn't gone down well with the Congress party, the largest opposition party. They called it a manufactured milestone that Prime Minister Modi crossed without even winning a full majority in 2024.
मोदी जी का 12 साल याद किया जाएगा। एक भारत को बिखरा दिया उन्होंने, धर्म के नाम पे, जात के नाम पे, भाषा के नाम पर।
मोदी जी ने बहुत सारे रिकॉर्ड तोड़े हैं। देश अंत में देश की बर्बादी के रिकॉर्ड तोड़े हैं। और नेहरू जी ने जो 12 साल में बनाया था, या कुल मिला करके उसको कम से कम 40 साल लगेगा, 30 साल लगेगा उसको पूरा करने में। इतना बर्बाद कर दिया भारत को।
देश के अंदर जिस तरह से आपने लोकतंत्र की हत्या कर दी, देश की तमाम संवैधानिक संस्थाओं को आपने बंधक बना करके रख दिया। देश के अंदर कानून के राज की बजाय आपका राज चल रहा है। जो आप बोलते हो वही कानून बन रहा है।
Congress's border of democracy charge has further exploded after Meenakshi Natarajan's Rajya Sabha nomination was rejected in Madhya Pradesh. The returning officer has stated she hid details of a pending case in the Telangana court in a complaint in her own affidavit. The Congress calls it seat chori after vote chori, insisting no criminal case legally exists yet. The BJP, however, says disclosure rules are crystal clear. In fact, they are even hinting at sabotage from within the Congress party who gave information to the BJP.
अब ये क्लियरली यहाँ पर राज्यसभा के चुनाव को भी, जैसे इन्होंने मध्य प्रदेश में पिछले समय में कोऑपरेटिव के चुनाव और अन्य चुनावों को किया है, वैसा ही बनाने की कोशिश हो रही है। एक तरफ ये महिलाओं की बात करते हैं, दूसरी तरफ उन्होंने जिस तरह के हथकंडे अपनाए, पहला सदस्य संख्या 9 होने पर भी एक कैंडिडेट द्वारा
कि पहली बात, क्या ऐसा प्रकरण था या नहीं, और था और इस पर जब न्यायालय में पक्ष रखा गया तो उसे मेंशन क्यों नहीं किया गया। नंबर 2, तेलंगाना में आपकी सरकार है, उसने स्पष्टीकरण क्यों नहीं दिया। और नंबर 3, आपने बैकअप प्रत्याशी नहीं खड़ा किया। नंबर 4, क्या कांग्रेस के नेताओं ने ही जानबूझकर यह गलती तो नहीं होने दी जिनका काम इस नामांकन पत्र की जांच करना था।
And there's more trouble brewing for the Congress party. After walking out of the India alliance, Times Now has learned that the Stalin camp in DMK is now openly exploring a new anti-BJP and anti-Congress front. For the Congress party, this is a warning sign that it is no longer seen as the automatic anchor of the opposition. So can the India alliance and the Congress party survive a third front churn, especially when even Congress veterans admit that the party can't take on the BJP alone?
कांग्रेस पार्टी बड़ी पार्टी फिर भी नहीं कर पा रहे। अब इंडिया गठबंधन को संवारना चाहिए था, संभालना चाहिए था, कि उसमें कहीं कमी रह गई।
But there's one regional satrap that may now be looking at the Congress with renewed urgency, the Trinamool Congress. Today, yet another Rajya Sabha member of Parliament, Sushmita Dev, quit the party. This even as sources revealed names of rebel Lok Sabha MPs, with Shayani Ghosh's name causing major surprise. And amidst sign of an all-round collapse, Abhishek Banerjee's meeting with Rahul Gandhi a day after Mamta's hurdle with Sonia Gandhi in Delhi has triggered intense speculation over a possible Congress TMC reset merger, call it what you will. So the question now is Mamta Banerjee preparing a survival strategy, and can the Congress be the savior?
I don't know, because I have just seen it on the news that there's going to be a merger. But I think a merger is also not so simple. It's not enough for, just sit together and say, oh, we're going to merge. It has to happen from top to bottom, right till the booth committee. I think there's a Supreme Court judgment to that effect. So what they will do is their call. I mean, let's wait and see what happens.
सभी ने कांग्रेस में आकर कांग्रेस के झंडे के नीचे अपनी नई शुरुआत करनी चाहिए और कांग्रेस को मजबूत करना चाहिए।
मेरी अगर आप व्यक्तिगत माने तो तुरंत करना चाहिए, रास्ते तो ब्लॉक होंगे।
क्या मार्जर, हम लोग असेंबली में हमारा जो लेजिस्लेटिव पार्टी है, हम लोग तो कांग्रेस में नहीं जा रहे हैं। और जहां तक मेरा जानकारी है, पार्लियामेंट में जो एमपी लोग हैं, वहां भी 2/3 से ज्यादा लोग तो कांग्रेस के साथ मार्जर नहीं हो रहे। मार्जर का भी सवाल ही नहीं है।
And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings me to the legitimate question on the news hour tonight. After 2014, 2019 and 2024, do all signs indicate Modi not out and India bloc all out in 2029? That's the question, and that's the debate on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Gaurav Bhatia, national spokesperson of the BJP. Joining him is Deepak Reddy, national spokesperson of the TDP. Gentlemen, congratulations to both of you for the landmark as you are part of the ruling coalition. Also joining the debate, Ashwini Kumar Mishra, leader of the Congress Party, Krishanu Mitra, spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress, Dr. Anurag Bhadoria, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. But my first question goes to Priyanka Kakkar, national chief spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. And Priyanka Kakkar, from where you're sitting today, how do you look at the next elections? Because 2024 watershed year when the BJP didn't quite have a majority, needed coalition partners, and the opposition was celebrating that they had got a success on their hands. 2 years down the line, look at the opposition ranks, look at the state of the India alliance, look at the dosti between Aam Aadmi Party, Congress Party, DMK. A lot has changed. Tonight, would you like to congratulate Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, to convey his party the message that the Prime Minister has now been the longest serving Prime Minister with 4,399 days in office continuously, the record last held by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru?
Oh, so many things. Navika ji, let me begin by first congratulating Gaurav Bhatia ji for the dustbin that BJP has become and taking all the spineless people in his party, all the gaddars of the other party. Oh well, Gaurav Bhatia also came from another party, that reminds me. Anyway, I'm very, very proud of the fact that not everybody can be Arvind Kejriwal, Satyendra Jain, Sanjay Singh, or right now even Sanjeev Arora ji and Deepak Singla ji are in jail. They were told to join the BJP, but they refused and they preferred to go to jail. They endured up to 3 years for no case at all and subsequently were honorably discharged by the court, and we got a certificate of honesty from the court. One is that. Secondly, this cannot, we have to look at the fact that you cannot call it a democratically elected Prime Minister, because otherwise there was no need for an anonymity. There was no need to give an illegal extension after extension to the ED director so that he could misuse the ED against the opposition parties. There was no need for withdrawing. For example, in Surat, what happened in 2024 Lok Sabha, everyone was made to withdraw so that the BJP MLA can be uncontested. So there was no need to do this also. Clearly, people's mandate is not with them. Having said that, congratulations that you have broken a record and Pradhan Mantri Modi has become the longest serving Prime Minister. But how has that changed the life of the common man? How has that improved India on any indexes? आज हालत ये है कि अगर एक आम आदमी घर से निकलता है उसको, I'm bringing it to a very macro level, I'm bringing it down a little because I want to speak about the common man. आज अगर if somebody leaves the house, first he will encounter traffic on the roads. If he is able to survive that traffic, he will reach the petrol pump. Petrol pump पे उनके ऊपर 120 feet by 120 feet का illegal hoarding गिर जाएगा because BJP warmed its pocket to have that hoarding. This happened in Mumbai Ghatkopar. 17 people dead, 75 injured. He was able to survive that.
Priyanka Kakkar. ये रैली की स्पीच नहीं है प्रियंका जी.
The life of the common man, my question.
All right. पहले तो ट्रैफिक हुआ ही नहीं करता था सड़कों पे, लोग निकलते थे साए से पहुंच जाते थे पेट्रोल पंप. I don't know what are you even comparing, but Gaurav Bhatia, this is what democracy is all about.
I was bringing
Logic हो ना हो सब. No, you've taken 3 minutes to come to the common man. So your agenda, clearly the common man comes after Surat and all the other points that you made. Let Gaurav Bhatia respond.
No, I had to tell you how BJP has been winning. They didn't need to break the mandate of Maharashtra, Karnataka, Goa, Sikkim.
So, okay, all right, Priyanka Kakkar, I've given you time, Gaurav Bhatia.
First of all, today is a historic day, and I would not spoil the historic day by commenting to the personal comment made by my friend. He does not have the grace, that's okay.
but it's very historic for a reason. The first is 62 years, and for the first time a person is elected as the Prime Minister twice in a row. That person was Narendra Modi. 12 years as Prime Minister, 13 years as Chief Minister, 25 years sitting on a constitutional position, serving the people of India, having never lost an election. That's also unprecedented. And I think it is because people love him, people respect him, and people have faith in his leadership. Let's not forget how he steered the nation towards progress. Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, bereft of facts, was asking me, so it is my duty to point out what he has done for the common man. 12 crore toilets. Now, a spokesperson of a party whose leader sits on a golden commode would not understand the importance of 12 crore toilets in rural areas, ensuring dignity for the women. 16 crore tap water connection. After 65 years of independence, also, there were houses without tap water connection ensured by Narendra Modi ji. 11 crore LPG connections. Aam Aadmi Party would never understand that. A party of fraudsters, corrupt people and goons. Farmers, 10 crore of them got Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi, an amount of 4.3 lakh crore. Would not be understand. They will not understand the importance of it when they themselves indulge in excise corruption, liquor corruption. 32 crore account of Jan Dhan open for the women of the country. 25 crore poor people lifted out of the poverty, multi-dimensional poverty. 81 crore Indians got free ration after COVID, and they are still getting it. That is the kind of difference that Narendra Modi ji has brought. But I must say, Navika, we have to understand, just contrast this with what used to happen during the Congress. Now it's stability. Earlier, there was no stability because sometimes left was walking out of an alliance, UPA won, others were coming in. No decision making, there was policy paralysis. No bulletproof jackets for our Jawans. No Rafale. Narendra Modi ji ensured that the nation becomes stronger and the Jawans get what they deserve. Bulletproof jacket, Rafales, and we are now exporting the armed equipment. We must
well,
also
the body
understand
of work cannot be denied.
The UPA.
Absolutely, and Ashwini Kumar Mishra, the body of work.
Navika, can I complete my point?
गौरव 12 साल का हिसाब गिनाएंगे नहीं 12 साल का हिसाब गिनाएंगे तो पूरा शो निकल जाएगा
12 साल का हिसाब नहीं मैं कॉन्ट्रास्ट कर रहा था सिर्फ अगर आप 30 सेकंड और 30 सेकंड
ओके गो अहेड
30 सेकंड और फिर मेरे साथ ही आ सकते हैं You know, one more difference I'll tell you. In the meeting that took place, the NDA meeting, all the leaders from various political parties stood up and they were thumping the table out of respect, and they have clearly stated their leader is Shri Narendra Modi ji. We also saw a meeting of India Alliance. Do they have a leader? Is Rahul Gandhi the common leader? No. Do they have an agenda for the nation? No. Their meeting took place after 2 years, too bereft of any agenda, any positive agenda. And I think that marks the difference. And that is why I can tell you very confidently that in 2029, again, Narendra Modi ji will be the Prime Minister of the country and he will shatter some more records to come.
Well, Ashwini Kumar Mishra, Nehru's time was another time. There weren't that many parties to contest the Congress party. The Congress party, was the major political force. From there to now, this is a different era. To have 3 consecutive terms as a prime minister is a different challenge in today's day and age. After 30 years of coalition governments, for the first time, when there was a full majority government, it was led by Prime Minister Modi. And as Gaurav Bhatia says, There is 2024 where the BJP had to depend on coalition partners, but look at that relationship today, on how close they have got together over the last 2 years, how they have rebuilt the trust with the people, not lost a single election. And today they are stronger in both Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and the states. Whereas what does the Congress have to show for its running? They've lost alliance partners like the DMK. They have broken ties with the Aam Aadmi Party. There are questions that are being raised. टीएमसी जो कल तक आपको कुछ कुछ कह रही थी, आज कुछ कुछ और हो रहा है आपके बीच में. कंसिस्टेंसी कहां है आपके बीच में? आइडियोलॉजी कहां है?
Navika ji, good evening to you, fellow panelists and your viewers. I don't think we should compare the politics of Nehru ji or the Nehru ji's time with Modi ji's time, because when Nehru ji got the country, he hardly have 500 crores odd money, but whereas Modi ji has money in trillions of dollars. However, Nehru ji built IITs, Modi ji is pretty much busy in building IT cells. Nehru ji established R&D and institutes. Modi ji what has given to country, I don't want to get to this research part of it. Nehru ruled India. And what Modi is doing is fooling India. Nehru ruled, basically built India, and Modi is looting India through their industrialist friend. Nehru made history and Modi is playing with the history. So I don't think there's a comparison between Nehru and Modi. I want to congratulate Gaurav Bhatia though on what Modi ji has achieved in last 12 years. Country is having highest amount of loan, around 2.5 lakhs crores. I think out of 100 top universities in the world, none of the Indian universities there. Out of 100 top companies in the world, none of the Indian companies is there. 90 paper leaks, major paper leaks in 12 years. Na padhunga na padhne dunga, because Modi degree itself is quite fake as per the information. 1.5 lakhs farmers suicide. अभी आप गिना रहे थे ना फार्मर्स को आपने क्या क्या दिया है भाटिया जी. पिछले 12 साल में 1.5 लाख फार्मर्स ने सुसाइड किया है. 90% Indians living worse than Ghana. Per capita income of 90% Indian is not more than $1,200. 1% Indian owns 40% of the country's total wealth. ये आपने 12 साल में दिया. You have divided this country on the lines of religion. Modi, Nehru ji united India. You divided the India. Now, last but not least, this is the first prime minister whose name appear in a document like Epstein file. आप समझते हैं Epstein file में क्या है? वहां पर मोदी जी का नाम आता है, आपके कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर का नाम आता है, जिसको आप सैक नहीं करते. एक दूसरा कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर आपका है एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर, जो आप 90 पेपर लीक के बाद आप उसको नहीं हटाते हैं. दिस इज व्हाट वी अचीव्ड. आई रियली वांट टू कांग्रेचुलेट यू कि आप देश को, अगर आप नेहरू से कंपेयर भी करते हैं.
अश्विनी कुमार मिश्रा, डिस्पाइट ऑल ऑफ दिस, I don't know why the opposition comes together and wins elections. Prithviraj Chavan is a former chief minister and a union minister from the Congress party who today says Congress has no strength to win any election against Modi. That's why we need the India Alliance. And Deepak Reddy, Ashwini Kumar Mishra is reading out a charge sheet against the BJP. Are they rooted in reality? Or are they going to continue to live in a dream world, and 2029 will come and go and it will be another lost opportunity for the opposition?
Thank you, Navika ji. Prime Minister Modi, from Chaiwala to the Prime Minister, a leader with the highest global approval. And what our Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu ji says, the right leader at the right time. But look at the dynasty, from the crown to a free-spirited word traveler. Today I would like to say my personal experience, Navika ji. Going back to 1990s, when I was an undergraduate student in the US, I was a free-spirited traveler like Rahul Gandhi. I traveled around 30-40 countries back then. And wherever I go, I would see the respect what we would get to an Indian passport was not really much. And when you see a fellow Indian in another country, in a lot of times they would turn their face away. So this family, this dynasty has wounded our civilization, has removed the pride from our people. We didn't have respect around the world. But look at the contrast today. I mean, you have global respect, At the same time, a sense of pride. The wounded civilization is now leaping back to its past glory. I mean, a clear contrast you can see. Today, if anybody says that there is no development in India, I mean, I think all the 6 senses of the body, all the 5 senses of the body, it's pretty much clear. You can see the difference. And somebody who says that there is no development should either be blind, they should be dumb, or they should be a member of the India Alliance. I would like to just quote 2 points. When you take 1947, when we got our independence, India's share of world GDP was 4.2%, and this Congress party has taken it down to 1.1%. We were 6th in ranking, they have taken us to 16th in ranking. So they have pushed our people from poverty to abject poverty, and that is the state they have taken our country to. And I would also like to point out that just in 12 years, from 10th ranking, we have come to 5th ranking, and that pretty much talks about the development. And I've actually prepared a detailed list. Before coming to a debate, I do a lot of spade work. And the number of development activities and the work what has been done by the NDA in the last 12 years under the Prime Minister's leadership, I think I need a minimum of 10 minutes to just quickly run through all that. And today, just for the sake of talking, I mean, these people are still not able to give credit to where it is due, and they're not able to see the difference from the earlier time to now. It is pretty sad, because when you're in politics, you need to have some credibility, you need to have some objectivity, and not blindly talk the way you guys are talking. So the people of India would not really appreciate that. So these are my opening comments, Navika ji. I mean,
thank you, Deepak ji. Anurag Bhadoria.
Day or two,
अनुराग भदौरिया जी, अब अगला चुनाव जो आ रहा है वो उत्तर प्रदेश का, जहां आपकी पार्टी को कांग्रेस के साथ खड़ा होना है। ऑपोजिशन की क्रेडिबिलिटी आपके सामने है। जो तृणमूल कांग्रेस में हो रहा है वो मोदी जी कर रहे हैं क्या? तृणमूल कांग्रेस हार गई, हारने के बाद अपने पराये हो गए। मोदी जी ने नहीं किए। 58 एमएलएस बंगाल में पराये हो गए ममता दीदी से। अब ममता दीदी जो राहुल गांधी को बच्चा कहती थी कि उनकी वजह से मोदी को टीआरपी आ रही है, आज विलय करना चाहती हैं। आज इंडिया गठबंधन में सोनिया गांधी और राहुल गांधी की लीडरशिप की तरफ देख रही हैं। ये क्या हो रहा है? दिख रहा है कि कहां ऑपोजिशन खड़ी है और मोदी और बीजेपी कहां खड़ी है, एनडीए कहां खड़ी है?
अपोजिशन वहीं खड़ी है जहां खड़ी थी। बिकने वाले लोग, दल बदलने वाले लोग दल बदलते हैं, दूसरे दलों में चले जाते हैं मलाई खाने के लिए। लेकिन विपक्ष तो वही है ना। विपक्ष तो लड़ा था ना 2024 में, और 240 पे भारतीय जनता पार्टी को समेट दिया था उनके गठबंधन सहित। गठबंधन के साथ सरकार चला रहे हैं, तो विपक्ष कहां चला गया? ममता दी नहीं गई है। ममता दी के सिंबल पे जीते हुए लोग जनता को धोखा देके बीजेपी के सह पे इधर उधर भाग रहे हैं। सवाल उठता है कि अगर उनके अंदर इतनी ताकत है, उन एमपी में, उन एमएलए में, तो ममता जी की पार्टी से रिजाइन कर दें। रिजाइन करने के बाद जनता के सामने जाएं, चुनाव लड़ें, वापस जीत के आए तो सही। जीते हुए पे भाई आप ममता दीदी के सिंबल पे, टीएमसी के सिंबल पे जीत के आए हो ना, ममता दीदी के नाम पे जीत के आए हो ना। जीत के आने के बाद बदल रहे हो। हिम्मत तो तब होती ना जब एक्सपेल कर दे जाएंगे, फिर चुनाव में
नहीं तो अगर ममता दीदी को लगता है ये गलत है तो वो एक्सपेल कर दे।
सुनिए ना,
वो एक्सपेल कर दे ना, क्यों नहीं एक्सपेल कर रहे?
वही मैं आपसे कह रहा हूं अभी। अरे सुन तो लीजिए ना, अरे सुन तो लीजिए ना। दोबारा चुनाव होगा ना, जनता चुनती है ना। दोबारा जब चुनाव होगा, अभी लोकसभा के चुनाव आएंगे, फिर विधानसभा, फिर आएंगे, 5 साल बाद चुनाव होगा ना, तब ये चेहरा लेके जाएंगे, फिर चुनाव इन्हें लड़ना पड़ेगा ना। अभी तो बिना चुनाव के इधर उधर शामिल होने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। इसलिए मैं आपसे बता रहा हूं, भारतीय जनता पार्टी कॉमन मैन की बात कब करती है? ये कॉमन मैन की बात तो कभी करती नहीं है। गैस के अभी एलपीजी की बात करें, एलपीजी सिलेंडर के दाम किसने बढ़ाए? कॉमर्शियल सिलेंडर के दाम 1500 से ऊपर बढ़े, और जो यहाँ पे घरेलू गैस होती है 29 रुपए से ज्यादा बढ़े। कॉमन मैन कहां से खरीद लेगा, जरा बता दीजिए। कॉमन मैन की बात कर रहे थे, डीजल पेट्रोल इतना महंगा हो गया कि कॉमन मैन महंगाई से मारे जा रहा है। कॉमन मैन के बाद बात कहां होती है? नीट का पर्चा। कॉमन मैन ही तो एग्जाम देते हैं ना, उनके बच्चे जो सर्विस क्लास के होते हैं, वो नीट का पेपर दे रहे हैं, उनका पेपर आउट हो रहा है, उनको सुसाइड करना पड़ता है। लेकिन भारतीय जनता पार्टी अपनी उपलब्धि खाने में गलेगी। बच्चे सुसाइड कर रहे हैं, किसान यहां धरने में बैठा था, काला कानून बनाया तो ना जाने कितनी किसानों की मौतें हो गई, ये उपलब्धि गिनाने में गल गए हैं कि कॉमन मैन को उपलब्धि। किसान सुसाइड कर रहा है, बच्चों का पर्चा लीक हो जा रहा है, महिलाओं पे अत्याचार बढ़ा हुआ है, महंगाई ने कमर तोड़ दी है, ये कॉमन मैन की बात कर रहे हैं। आपने किस वर्ग के लिए काम किया जरा बता दीजिए। अगर अर्थव्यवस्था की बात करेंगे तो आज जो देश की हालत है, हमारा व्यापार घाटा $240 अरब है। कौन है जिम्मेदार इसका? आपसे सवाल पूछ लिया
गौरव भाटिया, इतनी दिक्कतें हैं लेकिन चुनाव विपक्ष फिर भी नहीं जीतता, ये क्या राज है?
चुनाव जीतना अलग बात है और राष्ट्रवादी होना अलग बात है।
अभी देखिए, अभी को शांत कराइए, जनरेटर जब चलता है तो रुकता नहीं है।
चुनाव जीतना तो आपके पास सत्ता है,
समय मिला, इनको ऐसा लगता है कि ये कुछ जवाब दे नहीं पाए, फिर भी
को क्या दिया आपने?
नाविका जी शांत कराइए।
चलिए अनुराग भदौरिया जी, अनुराग भदौरिया जी, आपने 4 बहुत बड़े मुद्दे आम आदमी के उठाए हैं, जवाब ले रही हूँ। गौरव भाटिया जवाब दे रहे हैं।
10 सेकंड, ज्यादा नहीं, 10 सेकंड।
अच्छा 10 सेकंड दे दीजिए, चलिए 10 सेकंड लीजिए,
को दे दीजिए, मात्र 10 सेकंड। 10 सेकंड। आपने कहा था नोटबंदी हो जाएगी, नोटबंदी में काला धन वापस आ जाएगा, आतंकवाद खत्म हो जाएगा। यहां तो 26 बहनों का सिंदूर उजड़ गया, जिम्मेदार कौन? काला धन तो अभी भी है। तो सवाल उठता है कि आपने जो वादे किए जनता को कि हम 2 करोड़ रोजगार देंगे प्रत्येक साल, आपने 9 लाख रोजगार दिया। तो जनता को आपने कहा था रुपए के मुकाबले हमारा रुपए कमजोर होता है, देश का सम्मान गिरता है जब रुपए गिरता है। आज रुपए के डॉलर के मुकाबले क्या हो गया? 95 रुपए क्रॉस कर गया है। तो क्या हमारा सम्मान गिरा कि नहीं गिरा? तो आपने जो बोला था सब तो उल्टा है। सीधा क्या है? सीधा तो कुछ भी नहीं है, सीधा बस इतना ही
10 सेकंड लोग है,
जनता के साथ धोखा, इतना ये सच
नहीं, फिर भी कम लगेगा। इलेक्शन कमीशन भी फिक्स कर देंगे, घड़ी भी फिक्स कर देंगे, एंकर और समय भी फिक्स करना चाहते हैं। गौरव भाटिया जवाब दीजिए।
भ्रष्टाचार भी
देखिए, मैंने बहुत ध्यान से इनकी बात सुनी। सबसे पहले तो ये समाजवादी पार्टी के टूटी साइकिल के गजनी हैं, इनको 2003 में लेके जाइए। अभी कह रहे थे जनता चुन के भेजती है, कॉमन मैन कर रहे थे। बसपा के 37 एमएलए किसने अपनी पार्टी में ले लिए थे? 2003 में कॉमन मैन ने चुना था बसपा के एमएलए को। कॉमन मैन के एमएलए सभा में आ गए थे मायावती के, याद है कॉमन मैन? इसलिए पहले तो गजनी बाबू शांत
ठीक है, 2014 के बाद की बात नहीं होगी।
मुझे पता है गुस्सा आ रहा है,
के बाद की बात करो ना, जो वाद किया था।
देखिए नाविका जी, जब बीच में बोलेंगे,
नहीं गुस्सा नहीं आ रहा,
जब ये बीच में बोलेंगे तो इनको चुप कराइए। इनका ब्लड प्रेशर बढ़ जाता है, इनके घर से फोन आता है कि इनकी तबीयत खराब हो गई है, डॉक्टर के पास जाना पड़ेगा।
अरे भैया, हम ब्लड प्रेशर नहीं बढ़ता,
कोई गुस्सा नहीं आना चाहिए भैया,
क्योंकि हम
तथ्यों पे जवाब दे रहे हैं। नहीं, ये देखो मुंह का बवासीर है तो एक तौलिया रखो मुंह पे। कैमरा
अनुराग भदौरिया जी, अनुराग भदौरिया जी, अब आप बोल चुके, अब जवाब सुन लीजिए। सबके फेडर डाउन कर रही हूँ, गौरव भाटिया जवाब दे।
हाँ, दूसरी बात, देखिए इनको कोई मोदी जी का अच्छा काम नहीं दिखाई देगा, योगी जी का कोई अच्छा काम नहीं दिखाई देगा। 2012 में मुलायम सिंह यादव जी के शब्द है कि मैं नेता हूं, मुझे चुना, मुझसे गलती हो गई कि मैंने अपने लड़के को मुख्यमंत्री बनाया। 5.5 मुख्यमंत्री उत्तर प्रदेश में तब थे। सब पूछते थे आधा वाला कौन है, तो सब कहते थे अखिलेश यादव। और उनका रिपोर्ट कार्ड 2017 में जनता ने लिखा, फेल कर दिया, फेल। और योगी आदित्यनाथ जी विरासत में गद्दी नहीं पाई, मेहनत से, लगन से रिपोर्ट कार्ड लिखा। 2022 में A++ मिला और 2027 में डंके की चोट पे कहते दोबारा आएंगे और रोक नहीं पाओगे। तो तीसरी बात, हमें कह रहे हैं सिकुड़ गए। अरे ये बताओ, तुम्हारा रुमाल फट गया, सिकुड़ा कौन? तुम्हारे 37 सांसद हैं, हमारे 240 अकेले अपने दम पे हैं, 7 गुना ज्यादा तुमसे। हमारी चादर तुम्हें दिखाई नहीं देती और तुम्हारा फटा हुआ रुमाल तुम्हें बड़ा लगता है। ये तुम्हारी हालत है। और कांग्रेस पे बात करते हैं। कांग्रेस के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट हमें ये जानना होगा, जब मोदी जी सत्ता में आए, प्रधानमंत्री बने, 7 states were there, Navika, which had a BJP NDA government. Now there are 22. From 7 to 22, Congress had 50 state governments during 2004 to 14 at its peak. And what happened now? They have only 4 governments of their own. How it is shrinking, that is to be known. Second, pro-incumbency. Gujarat 7 times in a row. Assam thrice. Haryana, Goa thrice. Uttar Pradesh twice. Uttarakhand twice. And after 2014, not a single state where Congress government have been repeated, there is anti-incumbency. These are the hard facts.
Clearly, these are statistics you cannot wish away. Lekin, with us as the Trinamool Congress spokesperson, to him I want to show the latest tweet that's come from Home Minister Amit Shah. कह रहे हैं मैंने relish किया tangy, मसालेदार and crunchy झालमुड़ी. Please note the words tangy, मसालेदार, crunchy. TMC. ये अमित शाह जी कह रहे हैं. और दूसरी तरफ फोटो अभी आई है कि अभिषेक बैनर्जी एंड राहुल गांधी आर मीटिंग. I want to ask you, Krishanu bhai, one question. Is the TMC unraveling on its own? 58 MLAs in the assembly and 20 MPs in Lok Sabha to resign from Rajya Sabha. What is Modi's role in this? If your own house is not in order, why blame Modi?
First of all, we all know how come Amit Shah's ecosystem works and how it fiddles with democracy in different states and how it cobbles its own government and how it's put the opposition parties and opposition MLAs at distress. Now, since you are talking about what my party did with the rebels MLAs, there are 2 expulsions. The present MLA who is claiming to be the leader of the de facto party has already been expelled from the party. So all of whom are hobnobbing with him are under watch and anti-party discretion will be taken against them. Along with him, there is another Sandeepan Saha. He is already being expelled. So two expulsions had already been taken place. Second is that...
How many have you expelled? Lok Sabha MPs have you expelled? Please tell me. Are you worried that if you expel them in Lok Sabha, then re-election is not possible even if there's a by-election in Bengal? Is that your worry?
No, let me. There are actually this BJP ecosystem is filled with misinformation and disinformation ecosystem also. So there's something from our part which is not being highlighted in the media. So the person who is claiming to be the chief whip has already resigned from all party posts and submitted her resignation with our state president some 3-4 weeks back. So there is no question. Kalyan Banerjee has already been nominated as the chief whip of our party to the honorable speaker by my leader Mamata Banerjee on 20th of April, and that letter has been acknowledged by the office of the speaker on 29th of May. So all this is there in black and white. So there is no question. Whoever is claiming to be the deputy leader or chief whip are not at all
I have a question for him.
If that is so, then why don't they produce the letter that they have submitted to the honorable speaker?
So Gaurav Bhatia, people are also asking why is the signature letter sent to the speaker with 19 or 20 signatures not being shown anytime in the last 24 to 48 hours, and also statements being made that Dev Adhikari and Shatrughan Sinha have denied that they are part of those 19 who have signed. So are we jumping to conclusions too early?
Exactly, that we have already stated. That
so I have 3 facts to state, and maybe lack of legal knowledge is forcing the TMC spokespersons to make these incorrigible arguments. 1, 80 MLAs are there. When Mamata Banerjee convenes a meeting or she protests, only 7 MLAs turn up. That means the MLAs decide who the leader of opposition is, And the speaker in the state assembly is to recognize the post of the leader of opposition. Just submitting a letter doesn't help. And second fact, Mr. Abhishek Banerjee, when he was summoned by the CID to appear and answer regarding the forged signatures which he made, prima facie, he doesn't even turn up. So why is he so afraid? Third, Navika, Lok Sabha Speaker is not duty bound first to show the signatures to the media. I think a decision is taken. There is a judicial process. If a party is aggrieved by the decision taken by the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, there are courts in the country, you approach the court. But you cannot come on television and say that this is not being done, the signatures are not being shown. I think it's a very high constitutional office.
Well,
we should have faith in the Speaker. And
certainly, whichever way you look at it, Krishanuji, the fact of the matter is the opposition seems to be in disarray. DMK, Congress breakup, DMK losing elections, left parties losing elections, calling the Congress party names in the India Alliance, the TMC unraveling, earlier not so great with the Congress party, sudden newfound friendship. So we asked, and we did a survey, we asked people, Modi not out, India Alliance all out in 2029? Well, look at what the people said. 86% of the people believe that, yes, it is Modi all the way. Opposition nowhere inside. No say 11%, can't say 3%. 86% believe Modi has the advantage. And what will you say about a man and the government that he leads? 12 years into government, and he is not just the most popular Neta in India. He alone probably commands his popularity rating at anywhere close to 60+ %. But worldwide, his popularity stands in the same region, the most popular leader in the world. Now that speaks volumes. The opposition needs to up its game right now, from Prithviraj Chavan to the Trinamool Congress. No signs of any spirit out there. We leave it at that. Thank you very much for joining me on debate number 1.